Bonjour, mon ami! Are you guys surprised that I decided to recap All Stars France next? You shouldn't be. This was one of my most anticipated seasons of the year, and we're off to a great start. I really said, let's recap 2 talent shows in one day. I have a lot to say, so without further ado, let's get into it. Firstly, thank God that there was an option not to dub on WoW Presents Plus. I cannot stand the dubbing. Secondly, I was just so excited to see these legendary queens again. We have been needing international seasons for 2025, and we are starting so strong. The All-Stars walk into the workroom one by one, and I gave my top 2 to Cam Hughes' entrance look. I have mentioned in the past that her pigeon look from season 1 was one of my favorite looks of all time, so to see an elevated version of it on All-Stars was too much for me, in the best way. Magnetica was a close second though. At that moment, Nikki Doll enters the workroom. Cocorico. Pardon moi, it had to be done. She announces that the winner will receive 30,000 euros, as well as a crown. This is a lot more than the previous winners. Nikki also introduces the brand new judging panel for the season before kicking All Stars off with a reading challenge. Magnetica ended up winning. I thought Misty, Ellipse, and Punani were really solid too. So for this week's Maxi Challenge, the queens will be putting on a talent show, but with a twist. Their talent must include a magical element. But that's not all, because this isn't a regular season, my friends. This is an All-Stars season, and with All-Stars seasons come All-Stars rules. This season, the queens will not be eliminated by the judges, they will be eliminating each other. Each week, Nikki will name the top 2 that will need to lip-sync for the victory. The winner will receive a cash tip as well as the power to eliminate one of the bottom queens. It will be interesting to see how strategic the girls get as the weeks progress. As the queens prepare for the talent show, Magnetica opens up about how being eliminated second on her season really affected her mental health. Me too, girl, me too. She almost gave up on drag, and I almost gave up on that season. A lot is riding on her this week, as she confronts that same challenge again. I'm so glad she didn't give up on drag. She is far too talented to deprive the world of her art. Moon also opens up about eliminating herself on season 2 due to mental health reasons. She definitely did the right thing and thankfully received a lot of love from the fandom along the way. So on the main stage this evening, we have Nikki Doll looking absolutely exquisite. I mean, hang her in the Louvre. And I mean the Louvre, because we're in France. We also have Daphne Burki, Shaim, Louis Puget, and extra special guest judge Thomas Joly. So it's time for the talent show, and the queens that stood out the most to me were Mami Wata, she made me laugh so much, Moon for being her authentic quirky self, and Misty Phoenix's talent show, which really surprised me. I thought Misty was quite stiff in season 3, but I can already see such a fun, goofy side to her in All Stars that I am loving. And that's what All Stars is all about, reinvention. I love seeing La Philippe at the end of her performance. Category is Gold, I'm Sold, and I gave my top 2 to Punani, crediting drag looks here on Instagram. This was absolutely gorgeous. The gold in her mouth? Oh my god, I loved a lot of her runways on season 2, and she makes these herself. She made this. So it's time for the judges' critiques. Moon, Peach, Ellipse, and Soa are all made safe, which means the rest represent the tops and bottoms of the week. Oh, my poor Magnetica, I was dying at this moment. I was like, I can't go through this again. Up first is Cam Hugh, and they absolutely loved her runway, which was almost my top 2 to the week. She gave a really solid burlesque performance, and like Misty, she's really injected a lot more personality into this season than she did on her original season. Misty Phoenix is also in the top for giving a gag-worthy performance with a twist. It was also the most magic out of them all. Very impressive. Her look was gorgeous as well. Magnetica is commended for her incredible look, which is just drop-dead gorgeous. Unfortunately, her talent show lacked precision. Nerves really showed, which sucked because it's the same challenge that she went home on, and it nearly made her quit drag the first time, so I was truly worried that this would send her over the edge. The judges adored Punani's look just as much as I did, but they were a bit confused by her talent show. Now, at this point, the subtitles turned off for me, so I have no idea what she was saying in her talent show, which is such a shame because it's hard to recap something when you don't understand French. Luckily, it turned back on after that, but I didn't catch anything that she said. Mami Wata is in the top for her comedic talent show. It was so ridiculous, it worked. I love Mami. I am so proud of her for delivering on the comedy and wearing a lot more fabric this time around. There have been so many glow-ups on this All-Stars season already, I'm loving it. La Big Berta is given her flowers for her stunning look, which is something that she wanted to work on since season 1. I think she did an amazing job this week. I love her deep, husky voice. I would pay to see her sing, but the special guest judge said she was being too dramatic, and I was like, it's drag. Let her be dramatic. So the top two of the week are Mummy Water and Misty Phoenix. Do I agree? Yes, absolutely. They both have showed so much growth in such a short amount of time. Punani is saved, which means it is between La Big Berta and Magnetica. I really think they were reaching with La Big Berta. I did not think she deserved to be in the bottom. So during Untucked, the bottom two plead their case. Magnetica promises an alliance with Mummy Water if she is saved, which I think is smart because Magnetica could do really well in a look design challenge and then have the chance to save Mummy if it doesn't work out for her. And La Big Berta says she doesn't want to step over anyone, but Magnetica hasn't had much time between her original season and now, and she's been working on her drag for years. So back on the main stage, Misty and Mummy Water lip sync to I'm Good featuring David Guetta. I was surprised to see them perform to an English song, but damn, Mummy looked so hot. She served like no one has ever served before. This might be one of the best lip syncs of the year. I'm sorry, but the American seasons have not been serving on lip syncs, not like this. Misty held her own, but she was up against Mummy Water looking and serving like that, so no one stood a chance. Mummy gets her very first challenge win, and suddenly this year has been saved. She earns a generous cash tip and a Nikki badge. So with great power comes great responsibility. Mummy decides to eliminate La Big Berta because she didn't see as much of a fight in her. However, all is not lost because Nikki decides to keep La Big Berta. No one is going home this week, which is great, but it's also awkward for Mummy Water now. She better hope the roles aren't reversed later. I'm so glad there were no eliminations. I was not ready to say goodbye to a single one of them, and I was worried that this could potentially break Magnetica once and for all. Next week, the queens will be serving looks, and I cannot wait to see it. My friends, what did you think of the premiere episode of All Stars France? I loved it. We are so back. Mummy Water got her first challenge win. What more do we need? Give me all the tea, and I'll be back very soon with another recap. Also, I love Peach.